If he happens to show up while we're doing the hearing, I'll just see if I can bring him in.
Okay.
Okay, all right. The court is calling call number 2020. Well, guess what? He just happened to sign in at the right time. Do you want to talk to him or should we just go forward? It's up to you.
Go ahead and go forward.
Okay, well, all right, let me bring him in then. Mr. Nelson, are you there? Mr. Nelson? I can't hear you, sir. Nelson Sanchez, if you can hear me, answer me right now. See, he's got some kind of a picture there. I don't know what that is. Mr. Nelson Sanchez. Oh, now he's relocated somewhere else. Trying to connect audio. Sanchez? Is that you, Mr. Sanchez? You need to answer me, please. Can you hear me? Trying to connect. Okay, I don't have it on mute. Mr. Sanchez, is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I can hear you now. Can you hear me okay, sir?
Yes, sir. I was struggling with that, but I got it. Thank you.
Okay, very good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and call the case 2020 DCM 3762. This is a hearing on a motion filed by the Attorney General's office. It's entitled A Suit Affecting Parent-Child Relationship with an Acknowledgement of Paternity. There appears to be one minor child before the court. Parties in this case are Nelson Sanchez and Leslie Hernandez, the third party of Erica Hernandez. All parties are present before me. My name is Antonio Rodriguez. I am the Associate Judge for the Title 40 Court here in El Paso, Texas, also commonly referred to as a Child Support Court. We are proceeding on this matter based on a Zoom application, as we cannot appear in court due to the current pandemic crisis that's going on. However, the Supreme Court of the state of Texas, the local council of judges, and the Office of Court Administration have permitted courts to conduct remote hearings, and we're doing so on the Zoom application. I'm also, in order to comply with the Texas rules, this matter is being live streamed through the YouTube channel. That is to comply with the Texas rules that we have to keep open courts available to the public. However, as soon as this hearing is completed, we'll take off that live stream from the YouTube channel. I'm also recording the evidence on the computer audio program, recording audio program, and that is the official recording of this matter. I'll ask parties to conduct themselves accordingly as if they were in court. In fact, you are in court presently before me. So I would ask that parties conduct themselves as if they were in court Please do not talk over each other because sometimes the audio portion doesn't work as well as it should. Um, all those being said, those are the general rules in every case that we have appearing before me today. So at this time, I'm going to ask the Attorney General to make an announcement on this case of readiness. First of all, Mr. Hargis, ready to proceed, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. John Hargis with the Attorney General Child Support Division, present and ready. Proceed.
Okay, and Ms. Leslie Hernandez, are you ready to proceed today, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I'm ready to proceed.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, ma'am.
I am ready to proceed.
Okay, and I understand you're with your mom, Erica Hernandez? She's
Yes.
next.
Yes, she's next to me.
All right, then, Mr. Sanchez, are you ready to proceed today, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. That being said, I'm going to ask both of you, well, or whoever's going to testify, please raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Sanchez, I don't see your hand. Okay, do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Let the record reflect all parties answered in the affirmative. All right, Mr. Hargis, go ahead, sir.
State calls Ms. Hernandez.
Okay.
Please state your full name for the court.
Leslie Hernandez,
And what's your child?
Christopher Evan Sanchez Hernandez,
And your child's date of birth?
December 10, 2018.
In the name of the child's father?
Nelson Sanchez,
You signed acknowledgement of paternity just after the child was born?
yes.
Does the child live with?
He was with me.
Do you make the day for the child?
I'm sorry?
Do you make the day-to-day decisions for the child?
Yes, I do.
Are you okay with sharing the large decisions, a large decision making regarding your child's health, education, and welfare with the father?
Yes.
You're okay with jointly making those large decisions?
I prefer to make them myself.
Okay. Has there been any? Why is that?
He hardly spends any time with his dad, so I feel like he's not really fit to make the decisions.
Okay. Has there been any physical abuse directed by the father towards you or the child?
No,
Any sexual abuse?
no,
Any family violence?
no, sir.
Okay. How often does the father visit the child?
About once, twice a month.
And how long is it going on for?
How long do the visits go on for?
Oh, has he been visiting the child since the child was born?
Yes.
And how often?
It would be about once a month, maybe not fully a month, and then like again. So
How
it'll
long?
be
How long are those visits?
about half an hour.
And where do they take place?
My house.
How are those visits go?
Well, he tries to interact with the child, but he doesn't really go with him that much.
Do they have a good relationship?
I'd say he tries to make a good relationship, but the child doesn't really know who he is.
The child doesn't know he's been visiting him once a
He's
month
like,
for 2 years.
he doesn't see him as a father figure. It would be more like a friend or just someone that comes.
Do you have any safety concerns with him visiting?
Safety concerns? No.
Okay. Do you know where the father works?
No.
You know if the father has any other children?
No.
What kind of health insurance does the child have?
Medicaid.
Okay. Are you working?
Yes, I am working.
You work full time?
Yes.
Do you have health insurance available through your job for the child?
No.
Do you have health insurance available for your child through any other source?
Just Medicaid.
Okay. Do you have dental insurance for your child at work?
At work? No.
Have you and the father together since the child's date of birth?
I'm sorry?
Have you and the father together?
No.
Okay. Since the child's date of birth, has the father provided any financial support to help you support the child?
No.
Has he purchased any items for the child to things such as things the child needs, like diapers?
Yes.
And since the child was born, if you had to put a dollar figure to that, those items that he's purchased for the child, how much would you say that would be worth?
I said about 200.
$200. Okay. He has not given you any money.
No.
Okay. Would you do you have plans to move away from El Paso?
Yes.
And what are those plans?
For college?
And where are you planning on going to college?
California.
Okay. And when would that happen?
It would happen in the fall.
Okay. Why California?
That's where I want to go for college. I'm planning on applying for Stanford.
Okay. Going back to visits, if he were to, the court were to grant the father visitation, uh, would you prefer they to be supervised?
Yes.
Does the child know the father very well?
He doesn't know the father very well.
So if he were to overnight right away, would that be okay with the child, you think?
Right away, I don't think that would be okay.
But maybe as they get to know each other better?
Yes, as they get to know each other better, yes.
Okay. Do you want retroactive child support?
Yes.
No further questions?
Okay. Any other evidence or testimony?
The state calls Mr. Sanchez.
All right, go ahead. He has been sworn in.
Please state your name for the court
Nelson Ramiro Sanchez.
and the name of your child.
Christopher Evan Sanchez Hernandez.
Do you recall signing the acknowledgement of paternity at the hospital? Can you say it again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How often do you visit the child?
About once or twice a month
And how long has that been going on for?
since the child was born.
And what kind of relationship do you have with your child?
I try to get along with him, but like Leslie said, I don't see him very often, so it's really hard for him to trust me, I would say.
That's just because of the lack of constant interaction.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to help making the large decisions regarding your child's health, education, and welfare?
I would like to, but even then, just being informed of the decisions would be nice.
Okay. Are you working?
Right now, I am currently not working.
How long has that been going on for?
About a month.
Okay, where were you working?
I worked at a Sonic.
And what were you doing there?
I was kitchen.
Okay. And are you looking for work right now?
This would actually help me with my military career, as I need this paperwork to fully enlist.
Are you looking for are you in the military yet?
No, this would be just the last for my sign-in.
Oh, okay. So right now you're unemployed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you have any other children?
No, sir.
Do you have any other sources of income?
No, sir.
Do you have health insurance available for your child through any other source other than the government? Okay. Did you and the mom ever live together?
No, sir.
And since the child was born, have you helped support the child in the form of money?
No, sir.
Have you purchased any items for the child?
Yes, sir.
You heard the mom said about $200 worth of diapers.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree with that?
100%.
Do you want her to only be able to live here locally with the child?
I would not like to impede her future. So if she would like to move to California, that is no problem to me.
And would you like to visit the child, like just like her mom at the mom's house?
Yes, sir.
Would you be okay with doing short visits at the beginning
Yes, sir.
and them supervised by the mother?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No further questions, Judge?
Okay. Any other evidence?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Hernandez, when was the last time that Mr. Sanchez saw your child?
I would say about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. How long ago, how much time did he spend with him?
About an hour.
An hour? How did you arrange that visitation? Did he just call you or you talk to each other or how did you arrange it?
Yeah, he texted me. He asked if he could spend some time.
Okay. What time did he visit with? What, in the afternoon, morning, or when?
In the afternoon.
Afternoon? Okay, ma'am, um, you intend to go to college in the fall. You're not talking about this fall or are you talking about next year?
Talking about this fall. Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Nelson, how often do you want to see your child?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
How often do you want to see your child?
Um, I would like to see him. Well, I was really struggling with being able to move around since I don't have a vehicle, but I would like to see him once a week.
Okay. Do you know what date would you like to be able to visit with your child?
Um, whatever works best for.
Okay. Are you okay with visiting him for at least about an hour or so?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any problem visiting with your son at mom's house?
No, sir.
Okay. How long did you work at Sonic?
It was only about 2 months.
And so how long have you been unemployed?
Since I stopped working there, just about a month.
A month. You have no income at all right now?
Not right now.
You live with your parents or you live by yourself or how, where do you live?
My parents.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hernandez, would you, you heard what Mr. Nelson said about, Nelson Sanchez, what he said about visiting with your son. You think, an hour or so in the afternoon, would that maybe once or twice a week, would that be okay?
Yes, that would be okay.
You have a date that, a day, and time that you would prefer?
A day it would go with my schedule because I work.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. It would be between, I'm guessing Tuesday and Friday. Those are my usual days off.
Tuesday and Friday
Yes.
in the afternoon or
Yes, in the afternoon.
afternoon? Would that work with you, Mr. Nelson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. Mr. Hodges, any questions for either party?
No, Your Honor.
All right. All right. This is what the court is going to order in this case. I see that there was a acknowledgement of paternity that was filed in this case, was attached to the motion. So I will take judicial notice of the acknowledgement of paternity. That's the document that both of you signed at the hospital. That establishes that Mr. Sanchez is the father of the child. I'm going to go ahead and appoint Ms. Hernandez, sole managing conservator of the child. Mr. Sanchez will be the possessory conservator. Visitation, as parties have agreed upon, Tuesday and Friday in the afternoon, whatever time is working for both parties. Okay, just be in contact with each other. Just don't show up unexpectedly. Let her know when you want to see your son. Okay. And then once he's a little bit older, I know he's going to be turning 2 years old in 2 months in December, right? Once he gets a little bit older and more comfortable with visiting you with Mr. Sanchez, then that visitation can be increased. Okay. So for right now, because of the age of the child, and in order for him to get to know you, that's the visitation schedule right now. There will be no geographical restriction at this time. I believe that there was a request for non-disclosure, Mr. Hargis. I didn't see a request for non-disclosure.
There was no request, Judge.
Okay, so that issue is not addressed by the court. Visitation will be conducted at custodial parent's home and supervised by Ms. Hernandez. All right, child support obligations. What is the state's recommendation on this matter?
Your Honor, it'd be $216 a month beginning November 1st, 2020. Minimum wage presumption. And then cash medical support of $57 a month. Reimburse the state also beginning November 1st, 2020. With a retroactive child support judgment in the amount of $4,552 as of today. That's with the $200 credit applied already and $73 monthly payment. Begin also November 1st, 2020.
Okay. All right. The child support that's being recommended is based on the minimum wage presumption, assuming that a person can work at a job that pays at least minimum wage, no other children. That guidelines call for child support to be set at $216 a month. It's $216, right, Mr. Hargis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Medical support, $57 to cover the health insurance that is currently being provided for the child through state insurance, either CHIP or Medicaid. Back child support, $4,552. They recommended 72. I'm going to order $50 on the retroactive support, Mr. Hargis. Okay.
Okay.
all these payments to commence on November the 1st. All payments, Mr. Sanchez, have to go to the state registry. Do not pay Ms. Hernandez directly because you will not receive credit for direct payments. So those payments have to go through the state disbursement unit through the court registry. That's for your own protection as well. That is your best proof that you are making your child support payments. You pay her in cash or something else, unless you have proof that you made those payments, you won't receive any credit. So the best thing to do is to send those payments to the registry of the court.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Huggins, did I address all the issues in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. I just have a quick question, make sure I understood you correctly. It's going to be $58 a month for the retro child support.
Yes, 50.
Oh, 50. Okay.
Commencing November 1. All right, Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Sanchez, any questions? This is
No,
Dr.
sir.
Questions. Mr.
No,
Hernandez?
sir.
No? Okay. All right, thank you very much. What will happen now is that Mr. Hargis will go ahead and prepare the order that I have just rendered. He will send it to me. I will sign it. Once I sign it, it'll be filed with the clerk's office and copies will be sent to both of you at your address that they have on file. Okay. All right. So if there's nothing else, that concludes our hearing for today. Thank you for your participation and your courtesies in this matter. At this time, I'll go ahead and end the hearing. Parties are now excused. Thank you all very much. Be safe out there, okay?